good afternoon or early evening from Canberra. Today it's Easter Sunday, April 9th, 22 minutes to 6 p.m. I'm now at Alinga Street, Canberra light rail station to prepare for my journey back to Sydney. So of course there are several ways to travel from Canberra to Sydney, from the state capital of Australian Capital Territory to that of New South Wales. You can either take the bus from the city interchange to Canberra railway station or Canberra airport. So Canberra railway station, you will have taken the New South Wales train link back to Sydney Central, or to Canberra airport you can fly domestically back to Sydney domestic airport. But I'm not taking the train or flight back to Sydney. I'm actually taking the coach, yes, the Murray's coach from Canberra Jolimont Centre, which is just inside next to Easy Mart. You enter the Jolimont Centre. That it's the boarding area for my Murray's coach from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station, and my bus or coach or express will depart at 6 p.m, which is around 20-ish minutes from now, and check-in it's already on because it's within 30 minutes and closes 10 minutes prior. So for now I will quickly head inside Jolimont Centre. Well, of course I'll need to cross the road first, then head inside to Canberra Jolimont Centre, the boarding area, to prepare for my Murray's coach from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central again on today, Easter Sunday, April 9th. So it's now 14 minutes to 6, the last departure of the Murray's coach express from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station. I'm already on board. My seat today is also window seat, also on the right, so it's D seat, but it's 9D. So the seat features are pretty much the same. Every seat on both left hand and right hand side, you've got armrest and also coat hook. Again, the tray table, it's not foldable. You can't move it back and forth. The seat pocket, the leg rest, and also the USB port. Thank goodness the one next to me on the right, it works. The toilet, it's on the back, so it's the same type of the Murray's coach. So that's why there is no 13A and B, because 13A and B is used for toilet, but basically there are 12 rows of A, B, C, D. I mean in 2 configuration plus 13 C and D. So for maximum capacity it's 50. Yes, 12 times 4 plus 2 equals 50. Not only the USB port works, but also the Wi-Fi as well, even before departure. So as long as you log in to the portal of the Murray's Wi-Fi, password go Murray's, or actually you don't need, you just simply agree the T's and C's as in terms and conditions, then you're good to go to use the complimentary Wi-Fi on Murray's coach, in this case from where I am, the Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station. So a bit of an interesting fact on this Murray's coach journey from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station. You will have noticed right now we are at Northburn Avenue, which is parallel to Canberra light rail from Alinga Street. So actually this Murray's coach will be parallel with Canberra light rail from Northburn Avenue up to Federal Highway, one of the stop, Canberra light rail stop. It's Phillip Avenue. Then the Murray's coach will continue the way up Federal Highway back to Sydney, whereas the Canberra light rail will turn left to Epic Racecourse, which goes all the way up to Gungahlin. So we've just passed the Phillip Avenue Canberra light rail station at Federal Highway. So as you can see, the Canberra light rail will turn left to Flemington Road. The next stop is Epic and Racecourse, which will then go all the way to Gungahlin Place, not Gungahlin like the exact name of the stop. The northern end of Canberra light rail is Gungahlin Place. After Phillip Avenue, then turn left to Flemington Road, which is Epic and Racecourse, then goes all the way to Gungahlin Place. Whereas what I'm taking now, the Murray's coach or express, will continue all the way through the Federal Highway, continue to possibly a stop at Sydney International Airport. Again, you have to book prior in order to have a stop to drop off at Sydney International Airport, or otherwise the Murray's coach will go all the way direct to Sydney Central Station. The journey, again, including the stop at Sydney International Airport from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station, it's around 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 30 minutes. This bus departs from Canberra Jolimont Centre at 6 o'clock, which should arrive ETA estimated time of arrival. It's 9:30 p.m. It's now slightly 6:15 in the evening already, because winter time, which should arrive at Sydney Central Station in 3.25 hours. Hopefully the road traffic will be good, so that I will arrive back at Sydney Central Station on time. Toilet time. So as mentioned earlier, the toilet is located at the end of the coach or the express, so that's why there is no 13A and B. You can see it's pretty bumpy at the moment, because we are on, the coach or express is on the Hume Highway on the way from Canberra Jolimont Centre to the potential first stop Sydney International Airport Terminal 1, otherwise would be the final destination Sydney Central Station. So the toilet looks like this. There is the holder. You've got the I believe it's shampoo, something else. Here you wash your hand. Sanitizer. You've got a handrail just in case you need to move also, because it's quite unsteady during this moment. We are in Hume Highway. Here you can't see outside. So the toilet actually is here, where after you finish your loo, you flush it, and if you need a sanitary bag, you will need to throw it in. So the space, in terms of the area for you to move around in the toilet, even though behind of the coach it's pretty generous. You can walk around like this, walk around like this, but it's just, it's not that tall. For your reference, I am 5'10" tall, and when I stand straight, my head is already basically touched or adjacent to the ceiling. Well, actually, you can see outside the row, which is a I don't know a good thing or not, but since it's nighttime on our journey, it's 13 minutes to 8 p.m. at night, so it's quite dark, honestly. But at least you can see we are passing a truck, a long truck with a red light. Okay, so I will quickly do my loo, do my business here, then I will return to my seat. Again, my seat is 9D, the ninth row of the aisle seat on the right hand side of this Murray's coach, Murray's Express from Canberra Jolimont Centre to Sydney Central Station, with the potential stop at Sydney International Airport Terminal 1. So it's now 2 minutes past 9 at night, and we've just passed the Sydney International Airport Terminal 1. Yes, there is a stop on this return journey by operated by Murray's Coach Express from Canberra Jolimont Centre back to Sydney Central Station. We have just passed through Sydney International Airport Terminal 1, so which means in less than half an hour time I will be back at Central Station, Sydney Central Station. So how I feel about this, you would say, a return journey from Canberra to Sydney interstate from ACT capital back to New South Wales capital by bus. So boarding process is pretty much the same. As long as you have your ticket ready, you just show to the staff, and then they will scan the QR code, and then they will tell you which seat, like specifically, you will be sitting on this 3.5 hour journey, if all the way to Sydney Central Station, or just 3 hours if to Sydney International Airport Terminal 1. So my seat, it's 9D aisle seat. Not aisle seat, windows. So which means they got a better view of how en route back to Sydney it's looking like. But it seems like everything is more prepared, because the USB port, both of them are available and also working, which means it's chargeable. You can charge your phone. So for your reference, my phone charge from, I forgot how many percent, around 50%, let's say. It's already 100% full already. The Wi-Fi is also available before the 6 p.m. departure, so you don't even need the Go Murray's password. Just go to the Wi-Fi portal, click the Murray's one, and then once you head inside, you just click the T's and C's, and then you already have access to the free, complimentary, and also the speed. I can't tell you numerically how many megabytes per second, but it is actually pretty quick, because otherwise, if you only use some data for some areas of ACT or New South Wales Onboard, you can't receive any data, but Wi-Fi basically can solve all the problems. So again, for Sydney Airport, there's only international airport stop at Terminal 1. If you are going to and from domestic airport, regardless of Terminal 2 or 3, you will need to make your own way from domestic airport to international airport. And for to Canberra Jolimont Centre, if you are travelling from international airport, for extra information, you would board the bus at arrival area downstairs. Conversely, if you are travelling from Canberra Jolimont Centre and you leave at Sydney Terminal International Airport Terminal 1, you would have left the bus at the departure area, which is upstairs, because that makes sense, because to facilitate people to connect to and from the flight. So arrival to Canberra, and then departure from Canberra. And I also use the toilet as well. Honestly, it's quite spacious. I'm pretty impressed with the space. Pretty much leg room for you to move around, stretch a bit of your leg. It might be a bit bumpy inside the toilet, but you can't really complain because the bus is moving like on the highway, so I don't expect too much. But apart from the so you also got on the left, it's hand dryer. Yes, you can dry your hands in the toilet on the bus. Pretty impressive. And also with the alcoholic hand sanitizer as well. So all in all, it's a pretty smooth journey from Canberra to Sydney. Not only the bus departs on time, arrive at like the first stop, Sydney International Airport Terminal 1 on time, but I guess because other fellow passengers, they have this sense of, you know, the responsibility, the sense of time to catch things on time, on schedule. So the driver's happy, other passengers are happy as well. Get to your ideal destination on time, everyone happy. That's it. Happy ending. So that's the wrap of this Murray's coach from Canberra Jolimont Centre via Sydney International Airport Terminal 1 back to Sydney Central Station again on Easter Sunday, April 9th. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this journey from Canberra back to Sydney by not only give a like to this video, subscribe to this channel and follow my, as always, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, so you guys won't miss out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Last but not least, enjoy your Easter. So according to my clock, it's 21 minutes to 10 p.m. at night. Well, I've already been back to Sydney Central Station around 10 minutes ago, and then I walked to the nearest, one of the nearest restaurants, which is still open even on today, Easter Sunday, at your Thai food factory. But I mean, anyway, I'm already back at Sydney Central Station now. About for like a late dinner, considering that some restaurants even open today on Easter Sunday, but 10% surcharge, understandable. But anyway, I forgot to mention, when you arrive from the murrayscoach at Sydney Central Station, you would leave at the western forecourt, which is upstairs, the same level as where the light rail or platforms 1 to 12 train. So that's where you arrive at Central Station, you will leave the murrayscoach. But if you are departing, so if you are taking the murrayscoach leaving, you will board the bus down the street at Pitt Street. But when you leave the murrayscoach, you will exit at Western Forecourt, which is upstairs. They are different. So I forgot to mention, but that's really the end, and see ya.